Cat, don't you go nowhere with Leslie, Sherry, Dana, Anna, girl. What's wrong with you? Why would you be leaving with her? Oh, Lord, y'all. Let me start up this intro so we can get into today's episode about these doggone Duprees. Let's get started. Meet the Duprees. They're the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has 3 children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had 2 daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years... their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it, because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. Happy Monday to you. Listen, I hope everybody's feeling good out there. I know it's Monday, but I hope y'all feeling pretty good. I've been busy studying up on analytics this weekend, and it said that the first 30 seconds of what you do on here was important, so I had to change up the opening a little bit. I hope y'all got to see it and paid it a little attention, but that's all right. If you didn't get it today, you'll get it another day. You will, and will. I want you all to don't forget to hit that like button. Ignite the like button on your way in. And if you're listening later, hit the like button, because we beg you to hit the like button over here. We don't play about the like button. Like the video. All right, y'all. Also say hello to my mods and to Tony, our official greeter over here. Let's show them a little love and tell them, hey, I know y'all been talking to each other down there in the comments. So let me break out my romper room mirror and see who's in here. Who down in the comments? Who that typing?
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, I'll tell you who. Of course, kicking it off, we have Mr. Tony Lynn, who says, greetings, salutations, gatekeepers, mod squad, Miss Jen, cousin Linda, wishing you all a splendid new week and wonderful day and evening. Now, that's how you kick off a Monday. Linda also welcomes you, gatekeepers, creepers, hedge hoppers, and bush watchers. We thank you so much for watching. Bilo Didi says, hey, gatekeepers, Miss Jen and mods, I will be MIA for the live. I have choir rehearsal tonight. We'll sing. But we appreciate you popping through. KB Mommy's here, says, happy Monday, Miss Jen, Mod Squad, Tony Lynn, and to the Gatekeeper family. And hello to you as well. Let's see who else I see down here. Stephen Hoskins is down here, says, good evening, gatekeepers, and from Central Indiana. Indiana's guy used to sing all over Indiana, man. Real Talk is in the house, says, good night, cousins. I don't know how long I will be on for. I don't have much charge on my phone. We shall see. All right, girl, we're going to try to get to it. Stephen also says, boy, I have a feeling that tonight's chat is going to be lit after what I viewed on BTG. He said, but he will reserve his views until things get started. Okay. All right, then. Blatant Truth is also down here in the comments and says hello to Linda. And I think that's it for that was down in the comments. All right, y'all, we're going to move on and get on to what had happened today. Like I said in the intro, Cat, girl, don't you go nowhere with Leslie. But she did. But let's get to what happened in the beginning of things. Why don't we? All right, let me find my pictures. Hold on, y'all. Let me scroll back up. And hopefully these stayed in order. Anita is happy that Sharon came. And she's trying to be warm to Sharon, but Sharon is being very cold, but not to Vernon. And Sharon wanted it to be just she and Anita, and that's why Tracy's not there. you don't have no buffer. She don't want no buffers. It's you and me and all of the stiff air that's been between us, sister. Well, okay, girl. Well, Sharon don't waste no time when Vernon leaves in letting Anita know that she thinks she is an actress and she ain't about to watch her do her act. Okay? Girl, you're going to be lights, camera, action by yourself because I ain't got time. I'm here to read you, girl. And we're here for it. We are. We are. Jacob has turned to an expert in digital forensic analysis. And he also used to work with the Secret Service in the military. So he know his stuff, right? So he shows him, he's telling him about the items that Cat has found, and he tells him that they might be able to find out a little something because with the way that things work these days, might be able to give you a little something. And Jacob is very excited by that. But at the diner, Cat and Mona had run into Leslie. Leslie, hold on one second. Okay, so Cat ends up showing Leslie the leather jacket that she done found. Girl, you so doggone eager. You too doggone eager. Why you gonna show her the jacket? But baby, I wouldn't have told her nothing about nothing. She'd have found out in the court of law. That's when she'd found out about that jacket then. But keep on talking, girl. Keep on talking. She gonna pull the jacket out talking about, does this look familiar? Girl. Well, Chelsea sees Martin down to the country club and asks about Samantha modeling for the purse line. And he's a little skeptical because Samantha is still young and he wants her to concentrate on her studies and everything. But he said, I'll let you know. But right now, he's meeting with his dad, Ted, and also mentions seeing Bill and Haley the other day there as well, sharing their news about the baby. And Chelsea is not happy about that either. Girl, we know. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, we'll give you that. We know you're not too happy, girl, but okay. Leslie said that she used to have a jacket like that one right there back in the day. But of course, mine was better than this one. Hold on. She says better than this one. Even though Kat points out that it was in the donation bin from her very own church. Girl, who gives up this information to a person who you trying to charge with a crime? I wouldn't be telling her nothing. She would think I had nothing. But keep on talking, Kat, because you likes to run your mouth. But yeah, we found this one in the very bin to the very church that you goes to. And Leslie's not moved. She's not moved at all. Leslie don't care. Girl, you could have a picture with her motorcycle tire on that girl's leg. She would not say that was her. It was all circumstantial evidence. But then she goes to leave and walks right into Dr. Nicole. Child, I was like, woo! If I was Dr. Nicole, I would have pushed her down. I would have. I ain't gonna tell you. She would have been pushed. She'd have been pushed. And then I'd have claimed I was gone half crazy. I ain't know what I was doing. I've been under a lot of duress and everything. Your Honor. You know what she did down to my party and all of that out of the girl. Sharon was over to Anita's, though, busy asking her, do you blame her for the hanging up? She said, do you blame me for hanging up on you? Tracy told me that you called us collateral damage, like you ain't care what happened to us no way. Girl, I done heard all about it. And we had heard the same thing, Sharon, girl, so she ain't lying. Anita said that she knew it wouldn't be easy. One thing about Anita, she is smooth. Anita is smooth, okay? She said, I knew it wouldn't be easy. But she said, but she was disconnected from her feelings back at that time. And she had to do what she had to do to get through it all. I mean, my God, stabbing people in the back is hard, honey. It was hard on me stabbing y'all in the back, in the back. Okay. And so she says that she wants to put it all on the table and deal with it. And Sharon says, you acting like I need your permission to be pissed, and you acting all proud and proper. Proud and proper. Sharon said, you spent years acting like we didn't exist. Are you trying to analyze me? You still trying to be in charge. And that is what ruined us. Girl, you better go. You know what, Anita, you've been getting rid a whole lot down in this mansion, child. Where's your housekeeper and them to at least save you? Bring a drink through. Create a distraction. I mean, my Lord. The mystery man is busy pouring Martin a little coffee while looking at Martin's phone. Right over his shoulder, all blatant with it, child. Just in his business. But as soon as he sees Ted, he runs off. He scatters away. I wonder why. Why he don't want Ted? Everybody in the place see you. Why you running when Ted walk up? Why you don't want Ted to see you? Huh? Don't think I ain't see that. I saw that, sir. I seen that. Who hired you in here, sir? Huh? Who hired you, sir? How you and Sharon Leslie Laura get this job down to the country club all smooth and fast? We need answers. But at either rate, he sees Ted and he scurries on off. And Martin commences to apologizing to his dad for not being more compassionate towards him. He's like, because we all got secrets, Daddy. And I should have been more compassionate to you for what you were going through. Now, what done turned Martin to being so nice? I wonder. I want to know, Martin. Let us know. Speak up, sir. And Ted lets him know that he appreciates him being compassionate to him. And he tells his dad that he loves him. And he said, I don't like the way you treated Mom. I'm never going to. But I could have been better with the way that I, acted. And then he asked how he talked to Mom. And he said, yeah, I had, but not like I want to. Because your mama need to know that Leslie, Dana, Sherry, Laura, Anna is cray-cray, for real, real. And I need to make her aware of that fact. Well, make her aware then. Say it. When I look at this picture right here, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'll let y'all say it down in the comments. Okay. Back at the diner, Kat is talking too much and showing all her cards at the table because she's a bougie chatterbox. She stands next to her mom, though, and I do like she made that move. She went and stood next to her mama, like, because, girl, if you start some, it's going to be some in here. And then Mona standing over there with that purse in her hand, looking like, girl, if you bust a move, I'm going to pop you with this purse, girl. We're going to give you the 1 and the 2. But she ain't do nothing, though, She didn't do nothing. We're going to give her credit for that. But look how she was standing up in that posture and talking with her finger pointing and candle. Girl, I'd have bit your finger. I would have and told the Your Honor that I was hungry and thought it was a snack. She was pointing at me and I was a little delirious. That's what had happened was. That's why I bit her finger, so. But anyway, she's in there, Kat just in there just chattering. So she goes over there and stands next to her mama, which was a good thing. And Leslie was saying that jacket could be hers. And she says, Kat said, I was just telling them that you said that this jacket was yours. And she's like, girl, you a whole lie. Ain't nobody told you that. Child. I said that I had a similar one, but mine is in better condition. And tells them that they need to find them something to do. But please don't ever write no stories, because you all would fail. It would read about as interesting as a box of rocks. Because you're just horrible at making up things. Yes, let us leave that to Leslie, okay? Because Leslie is actually very, very imaginative And Leslie can lie even in her sleep. She can. She probably lie in her dreams. Probably do. Probably do. I'm going to ask you to dream me thin, ma'am. Can you dream me thin, Leslie? Can you do that for me? Thank you. Well, Leslie tries to laugh her way out of this whole situation, which is crazy to me because you are actually talking to a therapist who we know is seeing straight through you. And Dr. Nicole is just standing there. And I know she's trying to contemplate, should I just slap her down? Should I just slap her right here, grab her and see if this is her hair? This is a wig. Should I just grab them earrings and snatch them off and beat her with that purse? You know, that's what she's standing up there thinking. You know she is. But Leslie up here laughing in their face and hitting them with a bunch of insults. And Kat says that she's headed to the police station with that little jacket. And Leslie says, I'm headed there too. So she leads the way and opens the door to the diner and says, after you, Nancy Drew. But Kat doesn't move. Child, I'm glad you didn't go with her, but then you ended up going with her. But I couldn't believe that, you would even thought about going away with her because, child, I wouldn't have went nowhere. I wouldn't even went in the same direction. I wouldn't even went in the parking lot while she was in the parking lot because y'all know this lady crazy. I ain't going in the parking lot if she in the parking lot. I ain't going to the Piggly Wiggly if she up in there. If I see her car, I'm going another way. I don't want to be in there when she in there. Now, later on, this spy man is watching Martin like a hawk. Okay? And Ted and Martin are trying to get served down to the country club. But the spy man keep on running off when they want something. But why, sir? Why they can't get no service? Because Ted is at the table. I needs to know. Because you know we knows it. We are. We very much are. And proud of it. Well, Martin fills him in on the possibility. No, Ted fills Martin in on the possibility of Leslie not only trying to get at Laurel once, but that she was the one that maybe went down there and put that girl in the cardiac arrest. And Ted wants to talk to Nicole, but she ain't ready for all that. While Dana is busy working that wig and trying to work that whole angle about their daughter any which way she can. He was letting his son know that. But child, son, Leslie is working overtime trying to get in through the evil. And Martin looking at him like, don't be no fool. Don't be no fool. Anita and Sharon, hold on, I'm at the wrong picture because this is where my pictures, I think, got out of sync. Anita and Sharon, oh wait, no, I was wrong, hold on. So it looks like Kat did leave because only Mona and Nicole are at Orford Jeans now. Nicole opens up to Mona about Ted's indiscretion, and Mona helps her to see that Ted chose her and not Leslie Dana. And that the woman the woman that they see now is not the woman that he was with back then, because Dr. Nicole was like, the least he could have done was chose a more decent baby mama instead of this crazy fool. And she was like, no, that's not the woman he was messing with. And she said, you know what, I think you're right, because one thing this woman can do is shape shift. She's a good shape shifter. Because she got every name and every wig and every outfit under the sun. She do. So Nicole said, she said, am I supposed to feel sorry for him? And Mona said, you telling me you already don't? Because, girl, we know you want Ted to come home. We know you want old Ted to come back. We know, girl, we know. We with you. We here. We here. We know you want Ted to come back home, girl. We know. Anita and Sharon are just having it, honey. They're having it. And Sharon lets her have it about the rumors that got out about her, that she was drinking and on drugs, even though she didn't say she wouldn't. Even if she didn't say she wouldn't. But the fact that you let it get out, that was supposed to stay in-house, okay? Okay? She said, and them rumors that y'all put out stopped me from being able to get out here and do my thing. And Sharon said, I didn't have anything to do with that. I didn't have anything to do with that. And she said, but listen, you knew that Dante used that to take your competition out. because y'all didn't want nobody else singing against you, because evidently she wasn't the most talented in the group. She was just the one with the most, I can't, I'm going to use that word. I don't want to use no buzzword, but she was the one that had the most ambition, no matter who she had to step on. Okay. So she said, so Dante took out your competition, even though you moved over to being a jazz artist. You know, Sharon been filled with bitterness for a long time, baby, and she letting it out. And we love it. We do. We do. Keep talking, Sharon. Mm-hmm. Well, she said she had offers too to leave the group, but I stayed with y'all because I was so proud to be an articulate. And I didn't do that, but you did. And Anita would change the past if she could, she said. And that's why I want to make amends now and make peace with the past. And Sharon is glad to hear that because she said, with all the money and the fame, I know that ain't been enough to quiet down within you what you've been trying to push down. I know it ain't been enough for you, girl. I know you're still bothered and haunted by the past. But no justice, no peace, remember? Right, Miss Anita? She said, and in your case, it's too late for either. Girl, she done told you you can't get no justice or no peace. Girl! Miss Anita, you just let people walk up in your mansion just reading you like this. Girl, could nobody read me in my mansion? Maybe my house, but not my mansion. Not the mansion, but the mansion. Girl, you can read me down to the mansion. Look at poor Anita's face. Anita, girl, you tried. I know you tried. But Sharon is giving it to you, baby. Kat and Leslie both arrived. Hold on. Kat and Leslie both arrive at the station at the same time. And Kat gives the jacket to Jacob. And also what she found in the pocket. Here go this evidence. He go to just talking too much. And Leslie is not moved. Girl, you could have put, like I said, you could have pulled out a whole picture of a video, anything. Leslie don't care. She don't care. Okay? She don't care. But she's like, I got the jacket, I got this receipt, and it's got her name almost on it. And here go a ticket that was written. Just gonna give her all the information. Just go on and give her a chance to go and get all her lies together. Why don't you? And then Leslie hit her with well, what I want to do is to file a restraining order against this. I need for this to stop because I'm tired of her. I'm tired of her. Okay, girl. Touche. Touche, 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 Miss Your Pussycat. Touche. Well, Vernon runs into Chelsea, his granddaughter, at Orphanages. And so she sits down to talk to him and opens up about her heartbreak. And he's being very sensitive to her feelings and giving her good advice. Vernon reminded me of my daddy sitting in this booth. You know, baby, and then, baby, you had to. I miss my dad. Okay, Sharon. Let me make sure I'm not missing nothing because this ain't the next picture that's up. I hate when my pictures get out of sync. Hold on one second, you guys. Sharon and Anita sit down, and Sharon told Anita that you can't snow me like you did Tracy. So let me find this picture. Hold on. Okay. She said, you can't snow me like you did Anita when she was up in here. Okay. No, I'm sorry, Tracy. Sharon told Anita, you can't snow me like you did Tracy when she was here. But that she wants to know exactly how much does Vernon really know about what really happened? Or did you let him believe what the world did? Dante made us sign NDAs back then so we couldn't defend ourselves. And then he made us sign those things before he would even give us our final payment. Yeah, he could have kept his final payment. I'd have just been talking. I'd have been talking. I'm going to be broke anyway. I'm going to tell. I'm telling. Then I'm going to take you to court and get my money too. But you know, you got to do it the way you want to do it. But you wouldn't have got now. Now. Well, Anita said, well, I didn't know that all that had happened. And she told Anita that they had to live their lives poor while she up here living high off the hog. You up here living high off the hog while we down here suffering. She said, I live your nightmare. Everything you ran off from. I teach. Tracy sings in the nightclub sometimes. We've been given this little layman work to do while you up here living in this posh neighborhood. Look at you. She said, well, I live very quietly in the neighborhood that you wanted to get out of. I'm living your existence thanks to you. Anita wants none of this blame. And Sharon is not letting her off because her decisions affected them all and not for the better. She said, and may God forgive them for the things that they did. Girl, what y'all do? Because that was Sharon said. Sharon said, may God forgive us for the things that we did. What y'all do? What y'all do, Sharon? Sharon, what y'all did? Tell us. We ain't gonna tell nobody but each other. We just gonna discuss it right here. We ain't gonna tell nobody else. We not. You can speak free, sis. Well, Leslie has had it up to here. Up to here with Kat and all her insinuations and accusations, because this harassment has got to stop. Leslie said she ain't putting up with no bullying from any of these Duprees. And Kat called her a female dog. She did. And then Leslie said, that's Miss Female Dog to you. Okay. Leslie then storms out, and Daniel has to deliver some bad news to Kat about that jacket. Because now that may be compromised because you had to go put the thing on. But to her defense now, she didn't put it on when she thought it was what it was. She already had it on. So that ain't really her fault. You know what I'm saying? Vernon gives Chelsea good advice and shares details about Nicole and she shares details with him about Ted and Nicole that makes him say that I better check in on Nicole pretty soon. And with everybody's bad marriage fails around her, Chelsea is feeling like, I don't really know if marriage and, love is going to be possible because the people I thought that were solid are just not solid. So where do I get off thinking that it could be good for me? But Vernon tells her love needs time. And that over that time and that over the years, like when he and his wife, he's an expert. I'm an expert on Anita Dupree. Are you, sir? Okay. You were expert on what she wanted you to know. Because when she got you, she was the same determined Anita, doing what she had to do to get where she had to go. She may have accrued her some money, but she needed you for the prestige. Kind of like Tomas is going to do with Kat, maybe. Well, he says, let me finish up the rest of what he said. So he says, I know Anita so well. I wake up every day just to know more. And you about to learn even more, learning. When you wake up pretty soon, sir, you're going to know more than you thought you didn't even know. You're going to know some more, sir. Anita begged Sharon not to leave, but to stay. And let's work it through. But Sharon feels Anita's dream was the only one that mattered. And that Dante was the one who had the real control. Sharon told Anita she knew the truth. And maybe it's time to let everyone else in on that truth. Girl, she done told you, I know the truth. And maybe it's time everybody else knows that truth, including Vernon. And Anita looked shook by that. Anita looked shook by that. Wait, I gotta find this picture because this is an important point to make. Lord, please let me have uploaded that picture. I did. Over at Dr. Nicole's house in a haze of Febreze. See the Febreze in the air? In a haze of Febreze. Martin comes in to check in on his mama since Leslie is out of control. And he tells her that Ted misses her. You know, Dad misses you, Mom. And Martin said he would never push her to do something she didn't want to do, but that he never thought that she would be a person who would choose avoidance when always dealing with things head on has always been her style. And she says, I just need some time because I don't want him to just, come in here smelling good and looking all good. I don't need that now. You come in smelling good, looking good. I need to feel something is real and I don't feel that yet. Well, girl, you better hurry up because Leslie over there trying to feel something too. She trying to give him something he can feel to let him know his love is real. What? His love is real. She is. She about to giving him something he can feel. So you better get your man back in the house. I done told you, girl. I done told you. That's all I tell you. Well, Ted wants to know. Hold on, my picture's got us in. Ted wants to know if Eva thinks Leslie did this to Laura. And she said she didn't want to believe it. Ted is at the door talking to Eva, and he wants to do all he can to protect Eva. And Eva tells him to be careful around Leslie. You better watch your back with my mama. You better watch your back with my mama. With my mama. And she ain't lying about that. But anyway, he said, what's in her head? Because Eva said, because reality and what's in my mama's head don't match up. Girl, you telling the truth right there, but you was still trying to cover for your mama, which, like I said, it's your mama. She's conflicted. You know the way a narcissist likes to keep you confused and dangling on the string. She's done a good job of getting up in your head. Ted said they will look out for each other. You look out for me and I'll look out for you. Sounds like a plan. Sharon thinks, let me go now to this picture now. Sharon thinks that Anita wants them for props for this whole reunion thing. You just want us to come be props for this reunion while you go out there and take front and center like you always do. And then when you're done, you're going to toss us back to the side. Anita, you better not do that, girl, but you might do that, girl, but I don't know. Because, she might be, I don't know. I think she's trying to put a couple of dollars in y'all pocket while she do what she, she might be doing both, girl. She might. But we like you, girl. You brings good acting and a good wig shifted to the side while you do. We like it. We did. We need you to come back up in here and get with somebody and stay behind these gates too, girl. We need you and a little messiness. We do. Well, she told Anita that she knows her better than anyone, even Vernon. Let us slow walk through this portion, shall we? Sharon. That's that lady over there in that orange and green. Sharon. That lady over there in that orange and green with that wig shifted to the side. Sharon told Anita over here in the very nice silk robe. Sharon told Anita, I know you better than Vernon does, than anybody. I know you better than anybody, even Vernon. And that she will never trust her again. What you mean by that, Sharon? Anita, was you and Sharon? Anita Duprees. What's she saying that for to you? What that mean? Was you and Sharon? Anita, was you and Sharon cheating in the next room? Secret lovers. Trying so hard to hide away with me. And we both been out of hell. You came in again. And we feel so sorry. Girl, you better not be implying what I think you're implying. I don't know now. I don't know. Because why she got to keep on talking about what Vernon don't know about you that I know about you? She didn't say we know about you. I got a feeling. Anyway, we gonna wait and see because I know I'm just being overly suspicious. I am. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Sharon got up and she left. But girl, we're gonna need you to get back up in here, ma'am, and let us know sooner than later what had happened. We're gonna need you to leave. We're gonna need you to let us know. Okay? We're gonna need you to do that, man. Vernon gets home and Anita is in deep thought. He sits with her and she told him that she tried to talk to Sharon but couldn't get to her to forgive her. And she said, but how could she when I can't even forgive myself? Girl, that's all cute, but we waiting to find out what you had did, girl, because we needs to know. Kat go over to her mama house where Martin's over there, and she talking about the evidence and all of that. And then he told her, he said, girl, you might have ruined the evidence. And she's like, would you just get off my back? And the mama had to tell him, calm down. Y'all calm down. Stop all that fight. He's like, but you know you ruined that evidence. You might have. No. Jacob right about that. And he said, if you would think before you do stuff, child. Now, he ain't lying about that either. You do need to be doing some thinking instead of always trying to be uppity. Because you let your uppityness be running stuff, girl. He said, you'd be better off you did. And Nicole, meanwhile, says that she thinks that Leslie going to end up getting away with it all. Girl, we don't disagree. She going to find a way, especially when Jacob find Daddy see Leslie. It may be over for everybody. Mm-hmm. Now, over, hold on, I want to miss something. I'm missing something. Okay, so back at the precinct, this guy has taken a look at the evidence and he said that so far they can estimate that the height of the person who was on the motorcycle is about 5'7". That's tall for a woman. And Leslie, we know you tall, girl. Girl. He said he might even be able to get the manufacturer of the helmet and the boots that she had on. And that jacket matches the one in the video. Ooh, child. Over at Kat, Dana, Leslie, Sherry, Laura Annie has dropped by. She has dropped by because somebody been in her house. And it wasn't Danny this time. You know, Danny be going up in everybody's house. But it wasn't her. It wasn't her. It wasn't her. So anyway, she's like, somebody been up in my house. And Eva said, it was me. She says, what did you do with my helmet and my gloves, girl? And Eva said, they're in a safer place now, Mama. No one will find them where I got them. She said, because where you had them at, somebody would have found them in your house. Plus, it's going to keep you from throwing me under the bus again, you think. Because, girl, all your mama got to say is that it's in your possession somewhere. You better not mess around and tell her where it is, because she's just going to mess around and say you had did. Y'all talk too much over here behind the gate for me, child. Y'all need to learn how to keep a secret. Take a lock. She said, anyway, you need to stay on my good side. Girl, you ain't about to win against Leslie. Leslie, Dana, Sherry, or Anna, you don't know she Lulu yet. You ain't about to win against her, baby. You don't have that kind of evil. You just don't. I decided to base our questions on the clips of the loop, that they showed us that are coming up this week. Why not? Okay. Why are Eva and Thomas in Eva's room? And before people get to debating online, this is definitely Eva's room. There is the thing on the door there for the hotel that be hanging on the door. There's that black closet that is in her room. So this is definitely her room. So when people get to arguing about it, online, y'all gonna let them know this is indeed Eva's room they headed into, not his house. Okay. Unless he stay at a hotel too. So anyway, why are Eva and Tomas in her room? And whose bed is this that Cat is hiding under? Nice gloves. Nice gloves. What did Joey do to cause Vanessa to jump up talking to him through her teeth and slap the taste out of his mouth? And what in the world done happened that made Anita do the full ugly face cry? Child, I don't know. But we're going to have to keep on watching if we want to know what really is going on beyond the gates. Listen, y'all, let me get down here and see what some of y'all is talking about down here. While y'all in here, I want to play you something that you might have missed at the beginning, okay? Because I'm going to change so that you're going to be like, this ain't the channel. It is the channel. I'm going to start opening up the episodes a little bit differently because the analytics say that the first 30 seconds need to be where it's a little more grabbing. Okay, so the show will open this way now with something like this. Cat, don't you go nowhere with Leslie, Sherry, Dana, Anna, girl. What's wrong with you? Why would you be leaving with her? Oh, Lord, y'all. Let me start up this intro so we can get into today's episode about these doggone Duprees. Let's get started. Meet the Duprees. Okay, so that's the way it will open up, something like that every day that kind of tells you what happened a little bit. So for those who, for the first 30-second grab to make sure that it's something that's a little more interesting, hopefully you guys like that. I'll be doing a little more tweaking of it, but I'm going to start doing something like that. All right, let me see what's happening down here in the comments. Y'all been talking up a storm. Child. Now here's what I'm going to ask y'all. Since it's the evening time, I got time if y'all want to. Are there any of you who want to come up and have your say tonight on what happened live? Let me know so I can put the link. I'm going to put the link down there. See if y'all want to come up and just say what you got to say. Hold on, let me put the link out here. Paste. And there you go. All right, I see we have some new ones down in the comments. I see 1, 2, 3, Pat. 1, 2. Oh, Pat, I think I saw you before. 1, 2, 3, 4, Pat. That's new. And what about Frank G Life? I think Frank G Life is new down to the comments. Am I missing anybody else? Hey, Bobby Wobby and Jessica Love. Let's see. Am I missing anybody else new down in the comments, you guys? So the link is down there if you guys want to come up. Just let me know. I mean, just click the link if you want to come up and have your say. And Frank G Life, I think that you're new. So let me give you your official welcome over here, because now that you have made a comment down in the comments, you are officially a gatekeeper. Welcome.
Hey.
Gatekeepers! A decree from the Queen!
Enough. Be seated.
Y'all make room now and welcome your new neighbor, JVIV. I see you also down there in the comment section as well. All right, let's see. Let me catch some of these comments while I see if but I've been watching. Okay, thank you, Frankie, for that you've been watching the channel, and thank you for your comment because it helps in the algorithms. So please remember to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the page if you haven't, because you know you love me. So go on and make it. Let me tell you something. I was looking at the analytics yesterday. There are more people who are not subscribed to the page that watch this page than there are people who watch this show than those who are subscribed to the page. That's interesting. The percentage is 10% higher for people who are unsubscribed. So please subscribe to the page. And as I always tell you, if you want to gift the channel, you're feeling a little generous, you want to say thank you with a couple dollars, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, I ain't gonna put no limit on it. Let the Lord use you. If if you want to send the channel a gift, you see the Cash App scrolling, or you can hit the button down there and send a gift to the channel, a little thank you to the channel. All right, let me hit some of these comments. And again, the link is down there in the, hold on, I'm gonna post it up one more time. If anybody wants to come up and have their say this evening, there is the link for you to hit as well. In the meantime, I'm just going to hit through some of these comments, okay? All right. Let's see. Real Talk says tomorrow is going to be more lit since I've already read tomorrow's recap. As usual, I won't give any spoilers. Okay. And tomorrow we're going to get a big hint regarding Anita's secret. Girl, all I want to know is, was I right? Was I right a little bit? I mean, maybe you guess you can't tell. But I do want to know, was I right? I'm wondering why she hemming up, talking all that. Sharon is a bitter Betty. She is, but she deserves to be. Anita was wrong. Nerd boy is on his job. He sure is. A hint was given, but I still don't know what exactly is the secret and what happened. KB says Kat needs to slow down and stop showing her hand too much. Now that's the truth. Real Talk says, I don't know about everyone else. Maybe I'm wrong, but I am off the belief that I think something got cut off there. Linda says Kat talks way too much. She need to shut her trap. She do. Real Talk says, I don't know about everyone else. I may be wrong, but I'm of the belief that there is a fourth articulate. Really? Ooh, that would be interesting indeed. They should change Halloween to the Leslie holiday with a billion wigs and costumes. You're right, Tony. It's Leslie Day. Leslie Day. Real Talk says, Chelsea is beginning to annoy me. She is getting on Martin's level. Every time she is on, I roll my eyes. I cannot wait until she is gone. Chelsea is acting like a little baby. Well, daddy done did what he did now. Nicole and Leslie coming face to face for the first time since the big reveal. Leslie, well, no, that's their second time coming face to face. It was their second time coming because remember she went over to her house. Unless you mean something else is coming up. Fans are upset that Bill sat there and allowed Haley to speak to Chelsea like that. How can fans be upset when Chelsea started it? Haley got nothing wrong. Chelsea came at her first. I agree with that. Sharon don't want no kumbaya, and she don't. Real Talk says Chelsea was only telling Haley that her being pregnant is a bad thing and it's wrong, and she shouldn't be pregnant, and telling her baby is going to be ostracized. Yeah, and she shouldn't have said that. I suspect that the waiter, this is what Stephen says, I suspect that the waiter at the country club is spying on Martin just as that one guy who spied on him and his grandfather at Orphan Jeans. It's the same guy. It's the same guy, Stephen. Oh, poor little Haley is so delicate now. And this is the third time this guy showed up spying in a different spot. So what was Haley supposed to do? Just sit there and take whatever Chelsea was saying? No, she wasn't. Ted looks rather milquetoast to me. He's not cutting a strong figure for me at all. Yeah. Chelsea didn't think Bill and Haley would get to this stage and probably thought that they would have gotten divorced by now. I mean, they ain't been married but 2 minutes and 17 seconds. It's too soon. Chelsea had the right to speak her mind on how she felt about the situation as well. Very true. That's why when Chelsea mad and Haley told her that she thought Bill wouldn't gone back to Danny by now. That's the problem I have with Chelsea. Chelsea will always dish it out but never take it. But as I always say, I think all kids want their parents to work it out. Stephen says, Kat, in my view, may have ruined the case by putting that jacket on with her DNA, just like Eva did by taking Leslie's motorcycle helmet and gloves from the apartment last week. Yeah, but is her prints on them too? That's the question, and how they gonna put these two? Like if a fiber fell at the scene or something, we asked to see. JV says the shape shifting, because I was like, I got it written down, I still wasn't saying it right. The shape shifting. Yep. If that's how she felt, then it was worth it. Besides, the person that hurt you don't get to dictate how you respond to their actions. That's very true. That's what people have to understand, baby. Once you do the deed, you don't get to tell nobody how they got to get over it. You just got to deal with what you got. Tony Lynn says, yes, LLSDA is a shapeshifter just like an X-Men movie. She might have something on the X-Men. JV2395, welcome in. JV, I thought you had commented before. Am I wrong, or was that a different JV? Was that an Ivy? Is that just a different person? Exactly, Linda. She better hope that Leslie don't target her next, because unless a restraining order is put in place, she could be risking her life with Leslie multiple personalities. Dante said, Blatant Truth said, I can't wait to see Dante. Yeah, I wonder who they're going to get to play him. He needs to be menacing when he get there and have a real raspy voice. I don't need him coming there talking proper. I need you to sound like you might hurt somebody up in here. I really do. Bobby Wabby says, hello, everyone. Are they going to beat around the bush about the secret all the way to the Friday? Probably so. I don't care about how Chelsea comments may have looked to some either. Bladen says the writers don't know what to do with Chelsea's character. Well, they better figure it out. Real Talk says Chelsea is wrong. Like Bill said, he didn't want her to find out this way. I'm sure that he would have waited until Haley was at least 3 months and sat Naomi and Chelsea down and told them. Joe, what's the difference? 3 months, 1 month, 2 weeks? Baby still coming. Bobby Wobby says Anita was looking like she didn't want Vernon to leave the room. She probably did. Especially when she was like, you can go, because when I want to set her, I want to sit by myself. Hey guys, Jessica Love says, all I could think all episode was, what is Anita hiding from Vernon? Why Nicole acting like she don't want that man back and Kat need to be quiet? Stop telling Leslie everything. Yeah, them two things is very true. Real Talk says, I'm calling it for now. I think one of the Duprees daughters isn't Vernon. And it's probably Danny, because she's the oldest. I think she's the oldest, isn't she? Linda says June is Anita's daughter. Child, they need to hurry up, because all these suspicions and things. I do want to ask you all that usually watch soaps, is this the way people usually are watching a soap, or is this kind of different for people to be so drawn into the story that they're just really, really putting out there these theories and what they think and what they hope it is? Because there seems to be so much excitement, but maybe the internet is what's changed it, this time around, what people talk. Because I know people always talk about it at the beauty shop and all of that, but it just seems like this has a different kind of thing surrounding it to me. Sharon's bitterness toward Anita was strong, and the last words she said made him stung real hard. But she still want that reunion. Jessica Love says, and Chelsea and Kat supposed to be doing the bag business, but they preoccupied with everything but. Yeah, because them purses need help. Linda said, wet them like that, wet them like that, wet them like that. Hit the like button, y'all. Oh, let me hit it on my other device while I'm talking. Remind myself. Now, I know I'm wrong, because I'm only looking at 5 likes. I know we got more than 5 likes in the building, right? My thing may be behind. Okay. Jessica Love, welcome in, KB Mommy says. Let me scroll up some more because y'all been really down here talking. So let me just hit a great big scroll down. Okay. I'm just going to hit where it stopped. Ted needs to get a backbone and get a restraining order against Leslie multiple personalities before anyone else gets hurt. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Frank G says, I think Leslie's going to jail when she get caught up. She will get caught up. Stephen says only if she makes one mistake, Frank G, and also depends on if Jacob can determine if that it was her in that video footage. They know it's a. You heard she gonna lose the baby? Okay. Are you wishing for her to lose the baby? I think Dante is either Nicole or Danny Bio dad. Oh. Bobby Wobby said it's the internet. Says we have 20 likes and 35 watching. Okay, cool. Cool. Whew, thank y'all for hanging in there. I had to be late today because I had some business to attend to today. And it had to be today. Real Talk says, I'm hoping it's Danny because that would make for an endless drama. Imagine if Bill knew the truth about Danny's parentage. Ooh, child, that would be tea. Mm-hmm. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, church members, and even your frenemies to come on over and join us. Please do. And people have been sharing the video a lot. I appreciate that too. Jessica Love says, Nicole is the eldest though. Mm-hmm. Let me change this picture out. Okay. Get back to the comments. If Vernon isn't Danny's real father, then it would make Danny and her children not Duprees. So if it's anyone, it's her, Jessica says. Can't say that I disagree. Remember, Danny told Eva she would never be a Dupree. Wouldn't that be karma for her? Danny told her that she would never be a Dupree, and her children aren't Duprees either. Yeah, that would be some good drama. It would. It really would. Really, it would. Mm-hmm. I'm still looking for another show to review, but it's got to be something that's only on once a week because it definitely can't be nothing that's on every day. Lord, I can't do it. But maybe I'll find something that, I can review over the weekend, like do a review on a Saturday or Sunday. So what do y'all watch besides this? Like, what shows out there do you guys watch that you like? I have watched... You know what would have been a good show to review if y'all was watching it, and it's something called The Circle. Baby, The Circle will have you just wait a minute, and then what they did. I love The Circle, but they don't have a new season on, and you'd have to, yeah. Mm-hmm. I liked Matlock this year. Was good. Got Raising Kanan just went on. But I'm gonna find something else to review. Imagine if Bill knew that it was another thing he covered up. Imagine if Bill knew and it was another thing he covered up. What? KB, I ain't never really got into watching The Chi. Like, I've seen a little bit of it, but I never really got into watching The Chi. Jessica Love, it's funny that Anita said that to Eva when she was married Wait, it's funny that Anita said that to Eva when she is married. Maybe Bill doctored a birth certificate or paternity test. Did they have that back then? I don't know if they had that back then. The Shy just came back on. Yeah, I know it just started, but I just mean I don't really know the characters and stuff. Like I don't really. I would feel like I would need to know their backgrounds and stuff, and I know they many seasons in. The Godfather Harlem just came back on too, not too long ago. I'm glad SWAT is coming back. And so good and unpredictable. Oh, the Shy is? If Danny isn't Vernon's biological child, Beyond the Gates would be mirroring The Bold and the Beautiful did that years ago, and they made it that Eric wasn't Ridge's real father, but Massimo Marone was. Did you ever watch? Yeah, I watched BMF. That was only discovered years later, and it's one of the most iconic soap storylines in history. Okay.
Hey,
Wait now.
we talking?
I asked you start talking. I was trying to share something. I was trying to save something. They want to start talking. After that, everyone said Ridge wasn't a real forester, and neither were any. Oh, there must be somebody's name, Forrester. Okay, after that, Ridge wasn't a real forester, and neither were any of his children. BMF starts 6/6/25. Yeah, I saw that it's going to start. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Bold and the Beautiful is nuts. Ooh. Yeah, I can't do another everyday show because this one here be weighing me out and eating up my whole day. My poor mama be looking at me like, what you mean you busy? Tell me like, child, I'm tied up between 1 and 5. I told y'all it's a job. It's a whole job. I ain't think it's gonna take all that. But it's okay. It's cool because I want to see how much I can grow it out, okay? See what we can do with it. Uh-huh. All right, y'all. Thanks to everyone that's joined us today. And let me see, Real Talk said, maybe that's what will become of Danny if Vernon isn't her father. They won't be Duprees. Danny won't be a Dupree neither with Chelsea and Naomi. Oh, yeah, that's true. I have to think about that. All right, as KB says, thanks to everyone that joined us today. Don't forget to hit the like button for us, whether if you're watching now or you're watching later. We really appreciate everybody being here for their views. Tomorrow, I will try to be on around that 4 o'clock time, but this time is cool too sometimes. So I have to see. We have to see because this worked out too. Give y'all time to get home and chill out and everything. Grab a plate and be sitting there, chilling out and everything. Oh, that's a fact. The head writer of Beyond the Gates used to be. Oh yeah, a writer for Bold and the Beautiful. True, very true. You know, if you guys haven't, what's his name? Bill, the character that's Bill Timmon, Kyle Durkett wrote a book called "Who in the HE Double Hockey Sticks Do I Think I Am?" Really good book. And it's a short read. It's not a real thick book. It's thin, but it's a really good book. You guys should. I ordered mine off Amazon. It was only like $5.99. You should go and order it. You know, order the book and read it because it was a really good read. Like that guy is really smart. That guy is really smart. He's really smart. Deep thinker, introspective. I think you will love it. Love you guys and dolls. Love you, Tony Lynn and Mod Squad. See you all tomorrow. And before we get out of here, of course, after thanking you guys for listening, we have to thank our Mod Squad.
Thank you, Mod Squad.
Indeed, thank you, Mod Squad, for all that you guys do. We appreciate you so much. You think Timon is going to be a star on this show? I think he already is. I think that he is a breakout star. We know Leslie is. I think that Dr. Nicole's character is with Daphne. I think Daphne's, Timon, and Trisha, and even Eva are kind of the breakout people. I'm even starting to like Pamela. I am. I'm starting to like Pamela. Stephen says, it was a pleasure to be here. Gatekeepers, have a good evening. Tony Lynn says, thanks so much. Same to you and everyone. Mega thanks to the Mod Squad and to you guys as well. Yeah, I think that I think that they are. Oh, and Anita, of course, Anita, is a breakout star for me as well. But I just think as an ensemble cast, they're all really, 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 really good. They're good. I have to give it to them. And I hope that they don't change the show up and just do them in. Okay. I hope not. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you're having a great day. And if not, there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one? Anyway, y'all got 20 seconds to get your comments up on the screen and see who gets the last one. All right, y'all. I will talk to you later. Tomorrow, that is. Bye.
How did you get beyond the gates? Be gone.
Till I absolutely knew that I'm the one that let you in behind the gates. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.